This is Lash LaRue, and you're shooting the poop with my buddy here, man. Keep watching, keep listening, and keep downloading.
This is Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Gargano, and you are listening to Shootin' Poop.
Michigan, and we have had like ice everywhere.
Dude, the fucking flooding down the roads and shit has been crazy to watch.
Yeah. Dude, it's the biggest conspiracy in all of Detroit. You have one group of people, like the city of Detroit's like, hey, we had old pipes. We're sorry. Pipe fucking burst and flooded that neighborhood and it froze over like hell. And then you've got all the black folks in South Detroit. That's where our Mexican brothers and sisters are. And them motherfuckers have been trying to deport them asses. And they ain't been going to work. They ain't been going to school. So what they do? Blow that fucking pipe. So now they got to come out and get deported from their houses.
Well, I just, not to be silly, but I wouldn't put it past this administration, so.
It has been nucking fuds, bro. It's been crazy lately.
Nucking fuds. Well, dude, we knew that was going to happen when, you know.
This is 2025.
I thought it was kind of funny that 3 or 4 of my favorite comedians canceled appearances at the Kennedy Center as soon as, you know, things started getting switched up there. Like, nobody wants to go there. So. Like pretty much everything has been, yeah.
Damn.
It's an interesting time to live
It's
here.
a very, very weird time to be in, gentlemen.
Well, I was just gonna say I was gonna check on you, but then you were in the group chat, so I was like, if that motherfucker's just in the group chat, like no big deal, posting memes and shit, he's probably fine. Like he's at least floating down the door,
bro. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He's at least floating on something.
Yeah, I was like, he's all right.
And he's still got Wi-Fi access.
Yeah, I was like, this motherfucker's still on the internet. Like he's all right. But now that I'm looking at you back in the year 2003, like I don't know,
right.
Like yeah, we went really back in time out here.
Well, it's we're just happy we have power, man. All the ice on all everything, you know, it's slowing some shit down, but I'm still alive. I'm still fucking kicking because I'm never gonna stop.
Okay.
Appreciate that. Nobody, William Montgomery there was fucking brilliant, but okay. Thanks, guys. No selling bastards. How are y'all doing tonight?
I'm not selling anything.
I'm sorry. I was doing my best impersonation of an AEW audience.
I didn't know we did this podcast on fucking MySpace, dog. like makes me want to fucking start coding, like fucking writing some fucking code. Let me update that profile banner. Like why the like I don't really have a lot of.
That's probably where the nickname started. Was MySpace.
I have basic computer skills, but motherfucker, I was out there like in the movie Hackers. I was like, hack the planet, just to like get like my fucking background banner black and red and fucking. It was really cool. Whatever. Fuck y'all.
I can look at. And that conversation for me was, I can look at porn and I don't have to go into the back room at the video store. That's cool.
Jesus.
It's all pixelated. Look, Javon's eyes look like fucking. I couldn't name a fucking early 2000s porn star's tits.
He actually looks, I don't know, he kind of reminds me of a vagina I used to watch back in the 80s. I can't remember.
That's a big old, look at that big old bush right there.
Well, dude, you know, it was the 80s, bro.
At beef.
You were in the Putang Delta there for a while, man.
You were fucking hanging loose in that jungle, dog. Right on. I don't give a fuck. I'm pro whatever. I'm fuck whatever.
I didn't know it didn't come with hair on it until Boys the Men quit making albums. So
that was a great reference. I'm just saying, man. Like I don't discriminate.
I'm good with it.
About it. Let's go. Let's rock it in 1987.
To the Hain family, I'm so sorry, Jerry's family. I know you guys watch weekly. You don't want to know
Jesus
about these two
Christ.
guys.
I'm my bad. It's your birthday week, and everybody's gathered around the radio out there in the Midwest to listen to the latest Shit podcast. It's winter time, so you probably have the fucking fire stove going on in the fucking kitchen. And fucking, the missus is put on a kettle. Fucking closed the whole homestead down for the winter evening. Fucking crank the old radio up and like, let's listen to that Shootin' Poop podcast, fucking what Johnny Gargano says. And then next thing you know, they're gonna be like, hey, why is that fat guy talking about private bits? Like, yeah, well, it's what comes up from that time to time.
Poor kids in the household are talking about what's hair.
We'll ask him at next year's cookout.
We won't have to ask them, Sean. If we learn anything from this year's cookout, they're going to tell us.
All the fucking gossip from the fucking cookout. Let's go.
Fucking cookout had a lot of good shit going down, man. I was thoroughly entertained.
I mean, if there was raisins in the potato salad there, I bet.
Well, I'm trying to do something to boost my speed here, gentlemen. So if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Oh well, fuck it.
Well, I mean, can your computer do cocaine?
It's a good question. Then, when's the last time you've done cocaine? No, I'm joking. Don't answer. That's still illegal everywhere.
I can tell you a year at least.
Joe said at least a year.
No. I can give you like at least what year it was.
Oh shit!
No, I've
never
indulged in
ever done cocaine.
Fucking devil's
and I'll tell you why. And I'll tell you why. I am just fucked up enough that, dude, all I could picture
he did
was
meth
at some point. No, I've never done meth. Never done meth. Never done meth, never done cocaine. And the reason why is I know that I would end up being one of those dudes that at some point would end up having to suck dick just to feed my habit. So, no for cocaine. I just said no to cocaine.
7 minutes in, and you're just going to fucking toss me some softballs?
No.
Save that. 7 minutes.
Said no to cocaine, said no to sucking dick. I'm not doing either. So, there we go.
Well, it's nice to know that at least you've never sucked dick for cocaine, Sean. I'm proud of you.
I've never sucked. We've never established that I've ever sucked dick at all, Joseph.
I don't know. Some of that jailhouse ramen gets spiced the right way. You might be sucking a little dick in there. Fucking.
When you're 6'1" and 250, they just give you the ramen. You don't got to go fucking swinging dick for it. Small town country jail.
I like how you really. You
guys assume like I went to jail in like Will County up there in Chicago and shit. No, dude, no. It wasn't like that. No, this was a small town country jail. We got cold cereal and milk for breakfast, boiling sandwiches for lunch. And every night at 7 o'clock, it was either Wendy's, Hardee's, Taco Bell, Pizza Place. I watched NASCAR for 90 days, dude. It's not as
that's
not
fucking prison story. For sure, dude.
There was nothing sexy about it at all, dude. That's why I don't brag about going to jail because it was basically just camp.
God, I joke about how bad it was, but if I had to watch NASCAR for 90 fucking days straight,
oh, dude.
Dude, I would never commit a crime again. I'd be like, I am on the straight and narrow, Jesus. Let's go. Yeah. I'm fucking.
And I'm talking peak NASCAR season. I went in Easter weekend.
Fucking Richard Petty was still running probably too.
Oh, brother. Dude.
He was there watching Junior.
No. That was after Junior. That was after Dale had passed. Yeah, I was watching Junior.
I was gonna say, I thought you were there for Dale Senior's rookie year, dude.
But I mean, I'm gonna say this: if you're in jail for 90 days and you got nothing to do but watch TV and smoke weed, a 5-hour race is not a bad way to kill fucking.
So, how was the cock meat sandwich there, John?
Yeah.
What was that? Yeah, dude. I keep telling you, dude. It's not the same
not asking twice.
Yeah, no, it ain't happening.
Did you get the Gitmo special?
Gay for this day?
You?
I don't know, man. I don't know about you. The small country town jails. Shit gets a little weird when fucking Cletus shows up with his fucking rig and like, I'm gonna show you boys where I'm gonna plant this motherfucker. You're like, what? I'm fucking 6'2" and 250. And he's like, I
No,
don't
dude,
give
that's
a fuck.
Indiana. Yeah, it's
Whatever.
Indiana. We're in Illinois.
Say, boy, you got a pretty mouth. That's all it
Yeah, I've
takes.
seen some of the troglodytes out there too, dude. I assure you, like I'm not far off the mark. Anyway, it's in this state too.
Troglodytes.
Right now, Dennis is looking up troglodyte for the third time.
Giving him access to those buttons maybe would be a bad idea.
What's the matter, buddy?
You give somebody access to buttons when they can't understand the flow of a joke.
I know, dude.
They
Every
cut you
time Joe
time.
comes out troglodyte or something like that, I just picture Dennis going.
Troglodyte. You can see the steam flowing. Dennis, in the private chat, what's a troglodyte? Don't look it up.
He's so sick of our shit.
He is, dude.
I know he's so mad.
You know, he tried to get me the other
These
day.
guys are assholes.
He tried to get me the other day because, of course, I was talking about Last Legend, but I said Lash LaRue, and he had to point that out.
I let it go. I saw it, but I let it go.
Him and Lash LaRue, and I was like, yeah, buddy, you got me. And I was like, hey, by the way, whatever you paid for that picture, you overpaid.
Oh, come on. Still real to me, damn it. You know.
Sean goes, yeah, and we're gonna go watch the Overlander.
Well, dude, he got me. I had to get him back.
Well, look, man, everybody's entitled to be a fan of whoever they want to be a fan of. And if they're going to pay that fucking person for being, because they're a fan, then good for them. It does mean, though, I'm going to fucking make fun of you so hard. like so fucking, like rock hard. Fucking Sean Prison hard. Like, that's how hard.
There you go, baby. That's hard.
How hard is it?
Did he fucking Webster it? He did.
What do we have in private chat?
I know you were like Webster.com. That's
Put that one on your Scrabble board, ladies and gentlemen. Troglodytes.
Yeah. The fucking triple ward score right there, baby. Let's go.
Well, you know.
Run that video. We're not getting any better tonight.
I'm telling you.
And we're back.
We're back. All right.
And we're back.
Oh, Jesus, man.
What a week.
What a week for sure, man. It's been an actual fucking wrestling week. Some good shit popped off.
It's probably been one of the better wrestling weeks we've had in a while.
Yeah.
The NXT PLE was off the chart.
Very good show.
NXT Tuesday night.
Very fucking good.
Yeah.
I mean, let's not bury the lead there with NXT. Friend of the show, the one and only Moose Nation, came out for his face-to-face with Obafemi. It's a bunch of Nigerian big meaty men slapping meat, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here for it.
You know, my problem with Moose is I think the guy, I mean, I'm going to give him flowers quick.
Okay.
Dude got in phenomenal shape. His ring work has consistently improved. For me, with him, it's a character thing. He's so busy still trying to play the big black tough guy. that I don't know that he just hasn't had that moment or that thing that clicks with me where I feel like, okay, he's not a character anymore.
I really
Like
hate that
even
he's
in
a
that,
big, tough black guy.
no, dude, I love the fact. I mean, I think that there's like something about his character that, what's the word? It's not a dichotomy. He's like contradictive of himself. If it maybe his ring gear compared to how he carries himself, I don't know what it is, but there's just something about that isn't 100% there yet. It's all there. It's
He's got
all
the
there.
tools. I think
That's what I mean. Yeah.
he's somebody, and this is very rare that I'm going to say this and that. We could actually talk about another wrestler having this issue too. But he's somebody I think actually would benefit from going to the NXT, going to WWE, and having a name change, having a persona update, something that's not Moose. Give him something more believable than just Moose. I think
Elk.
that would
Elk.
change. Not fucking elk. God damn it.
Caribou.
Dude,
Call him Caribou.
there's nothing wrong with the Moose like name. It's just,
Moose Knuckle.
Rocky
Jesus
turned
Christ.
into The Rock. You know what I mean? Like there's variations on the same character. We watched Taker do it his entire career.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
just the problem
He
is
needs
I
to
don't think
evolve.
he just doesn't have nothing yet. I mean,
Yeah.
he's doing everything right. He's doing everything right. There's just
Squirrel.
something.
Get it?
Dennis,
Squirrel.
Squirrel.
Dennis
That was
said
good.
moose, but spelled like the dessert, M-U-S-S.
Fucking funniest joke. That is the one tonight. God damn it, that's funny.
That was good.
Shit.
It's pretty good.
Chocolate moose.
Little golf clap for Denny. There we go, Denny. Little golf clap, buddy.
And I'm so happy that, there's not anybody that's on this show that's going to go see this guy wrestle next week.
We talked about going, man. We've been talking, but
I'll be there, man.
But dude, I mean, my words with NXT shows, man. I don't know what has changed. Well, I mean, I do know what's changed.
Sean's cooking. He's been on a streak, dude. He's been really booking well lately.
He's doing good business. And it's almost like all those car rides and playing, those two together on the road, talking about all the things that they like to do, and
So here's my thing, and I was saying that with Moose about maybe a name change or something, because it feels like he does need to evolve past just what he is now.
Yeah.
And I don't see where the
Which
Rocky
is a moose, a physical moose.
Oh, he is a physical fucking moose of a man. But I don't see where the evolution from like Rocky Maivia to Rocky to The Rock would happen with the guy just done with Moose.
Well, I get that. Wait, you know what I mean, you understand what I'm saying.
No, I know what you're saying. That's why I'm saying
yeah.
how that natural progression happened with Rocky Maivia to The Rock.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't think you can get that with Moose. I think you would have
Moose
to
is like 48 years old, dude. Like
he's
he
not
is
48 years old. He's only 33.
No. So you're talking like that's his point.
I know.
I know.
Boy, I'm just saying, but here's the thing though. Like the Rocky Maivia to The Rock thing was like within a year.
Yeah.
Moose is been around.
And we're talking about The Rock, and I understand that.
And look, it's not to say that they're like the same fucking level performer, but at the same time, like I don't know this far in his career. Like I don't.
Moose is 40. Yeah.
Yeah. Say fuck you.
Okay,
I'm just saying, like he's so far into his career that it's like, okay, well, fucking tell Kofi Kingston he needs to change up again. Like, no, he's just Kofi Kingston. He will always fucking be Kofi Kingston. He's been in this company forever. It's what it is.
Right.
Like,
but Kofi can change and develop and move around.
Right. And I look at Moose as the same. we're not gonna. You can't do a fresh name. He's been too long. He's been too much.
He's
This is
been
it.
moved too long.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That's what I'm getting at with it.
Well,
Well, yeah, and for me, it's not
I
really
agree.
so much just the name. I just think it, like I said, it's more of a personality, the character-driven type of,
I thought like some of his
manifestation.
some of his best work was when he first dropped the weight and the run with Kenny Omega when he got the title back, when he was more
Mhm.
serious in the suits. That was
That was, yeah. Like if
That's
he goes
another
back to
thing. He's
that,
kind of got. Go ahead, Joe. I'm sorry.
I was just saying if he goes back to that, that's definitely something that's
yeah.
little fresh,
Uh,
but he's still him.
So
for me, he's kind of got the Julius Peppers syndrome. In my opinion, Julius Peppers was probably one of the greatest defensive, dude, the guy could do everything. He was a beast. He was a monster. He was all fast. But he played when he wanted to play. There were times where he could go out there and just dominate a game. If his head was right, he would just destroy people. And then there might be 3 or 4 games where he don't make a play. And I kind of feel like that's Moose. He's kind of got all this stuff going on, and he's got the look, and he can carry himself in a promo. He's even dressing, just his clothes, how he carries himself. He wants to be a champion, and I respect the shit out of it. But it's just, well, I mean, it's like Triple H says, I still feel like he's playing wrestler. It's not a knock. It's not a knock on him. I just think there's just something there that isn't clicking yet that has kept him from,
taking that next step.
yeah.
Well, he'll take that next step next week, stepping into NXT for an actual in-ring
Well,
action.
I think fucking TNA is taking the next step at this point because
100%.
Oh yeah, for
they're
sure,
like
bro.
I mean that's kind of
Yeah.
I don't look. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't watch NXT, but it's the fucking honestly, it's probably the premier show at the moment because of
You
what they're
should,
doing.
Joe.
Yeah.
And it's
You should.
I mean, it's hard to argue with it. Like all the interesting shit is happening in NXT right now. All the
Yes.
must-see stuff is happening in NXT, and it's this TNA deal. And it's
Yep.
kind of like giving TNA the boost that they really wanted to get from AEW and never ended up getting.
Right.
Because
The only
like I
thing
said,
that happened there, Kenny went in and got the belts and then left.
yeah, I think you're going to see a better partnership,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
hard to argue
Absolutely.
that it hasn't been beneficial for both sides right now.
Yeah.
So
One, we're gonna get the Hardys back. The Hardys are coming back for a tag
Hardy's
match,
next
so
week
that's kinda
against
cool.
No Quarter Catch Crew. It's gonna be a hell of a show to be at, gentlemen. I'll be somewhere
I'm
on the
telling you right
floor.
now, that women's division in NXT is on the verge of being one of the top group
I
of
put
girls that are in
them
the business
ahead of
right
the
now.
main roster women right now.
100%.
They have so many good workers in NXT's women's division that it's the top for me.
And they do.
I am a Stephanie Vacar. God, yeah, dude. I would have. Yeah, that girl is unbelievable. What an unbelievable wrestler.
It's the better spotlight on the women's division out of any company right now.
Yeah,
Like
I agree.
like Sean and everybody at NXT, I think, cares more about that than every other company, no matter what their roster is and who they signing and shit like that. They're getting a lot of these top talent women. They have a lot of really, really, really good homegrown talent too.
Yeah.
And it's because like if you're a female wrestler, you should strive to be in NXT.
Yes.
Anybody who thinks Jordan Grace signing there was like, oh, she should be on the main roster because of who she is. No, she should be in NXT because she's going to be a mega star from NXT. Like more than the star she is now, because they're going to feature her and they're going to use her the right way. I have no doubt. Yeah, I'll be shocked if they don't, but I really feel like they're going to.
They're going to flip her heel and see what she can do.
And by the time she gets to the main roster,
yeah,
it's going to be one of those call-ups that's like, oh my God, like this is game changer. Like, I mean, honestly, I can't really even tell you. When was the last NXT call-up that really blew people away?
Asuka.
Yeah,
Braun
probably.
Breaker. Nah, Breaker.
Well, Breaker for the men. I'm thinking women, strictly women.
Oh
yeah.
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 For women, I mean, Asuka had to be the last one. Everybody else has kind of flown under the radar, just
Yeah.
kind of like, hey,
Did Asuka come up before Rhea?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I
But
mean, there
even
could be a point to be made for Bird
That's a good
Girl.
one.
Rhea though
Yeah.
wasn't.
Yeah, Rhea took a while to
No,
develop
Rhea
that
got.
character.
She got there. She had to
Yeah.
find herself too. Yeah.
Yeah. She evolved a lot to get to where she is
So
now.
I mean, I don't know where you're going, where we're going, or what we're doing. Are we talking LFG? Or are we?
Well, see, I wanted to pivot real quick at LFG. For those of you guys who don't
Okay.
watch LFG, please watch. We're boasting the NXT Women's Division, and a big reason for that, if you watch LFG, you see who are training these women, and you've got Fit fucking Finley training these women, helping them go. And there's a standout in the women's division. I'm gonna just throw it out there. Former Olympian. She gives me heel Kurt Angle vibes so fucking much that I think she's gonna be something fucking big. And it's just how comfortable she is in the ring. But I was like, dude, she's got the potential total package. We're looking at the next fucking big deal when she's ready. But watch LFG. You can kind of already see it on some of them. And some of them you can already see burnout. Like this guy is not going to fucking make it because of his attitudes. You'll see some that you're like, okay, maybe they can do something with this, but there's definitely fucking standouts that you're going to be like, oh, I can see this dude being somebody. It's good shit.
It looks really good from what I've seen. What I've seen up so far, because I haven't watched the full episode yet. But what I've seen has been really entertaining. I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be one of those. It kind of puts me to mind of the Tough Enoughs for, or not Tough Enough, but the UFC
Yeah, the Ultimate Fighter.
Ultimate Fighting Championship. Yeah, it's kind of along those lines of the way they're doing it, the way they're editing it. My only, and it's not really an issue, it's more of a concern. I feel like Mark Callis has been protected because he's been kayfabe his entire career. And now he's opening himself up to a national television audience and going to the Super Bowl events and all these things. And I got no comment on any of that shit.
That's
Other
not how you
than
get on the show, though. You get The Undertaker on the show.
No, I get that, Mike, and it's got nothing to do with the LFG. I think he'll do great there. I just feel I've seen some interviews with him where he's already getting a little pissy with questions that he gets and comments and things like that, where he's not Taker anymore. Now it's Mark, and people aren't going to differentiate from the two.
But that's what I'm saying. On the show, he's not Mark. He is Taker.
Yeah, and I think so too. I'm not. My point is he's completely stepping out into the public eye now. Whereas before he's always been real protective of the character and he never did the interviews and all that. And now he's stepping out. And this is a guy who's never been anything but adored his entire career. People have tattoos of him. They've dressed up as him on Halloween.
I want you to go watch the episode and tell me what Undertaker you see there.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
That's your homework assignment, because I hear what you're saying, but
I'm not implying anything. Yeah, I don't
hear you.
This is not.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
This is not. No. I hear you. I'm gonna do it. No, I just want it has nothing to do with anything. I'm not attacking him. I can separate this person from that person. I don't have it.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not attacking him.
Let me clarify this a little bit here. The past 6 years of the Undertaker has been all downhill.
Yes.
5 years. As soon as they started to break the kayfabe little by little, doing the fucking behind the scenes stuff, and you're starting to see him and the kind of company shirts he's wearing and his fucking, his views as the human being, Mark Callis, not the Undertaker, because this is the biggest problem with kayfabe now is yes, everybody's kayfabe's dead. Yeah, that's understandable, but this you've kept for years the Undertaker and Mark Callis separate,
Correct.
and now the past few years, especially like was doing one match a year, and then he's finally done and called it a day, and then he gets the Hall of Fame. So you start to see all the behind the scenes stuff, the podcast he does now. That when he was on the Austin show and he started doing all these shows, he's doing the one man stand up deal.
One man stand up, yeah.
And there is a very difficult blurred line of who Mark Callis is and the Undertaker. Because the Undertaker, let's be honest, doesn't have a personality. The Undertaker's very much just, the character that it is. There's no deep thought there. There's no, it's only as deep as what you've ever heard come out of his mouth as the Undertaker.
Right.
So it draws a bigger divide between that character and the real person than before. Like, obviously, you have I'll use a great example here. John Cena. John Cena's character is the same as his outside of WWE public persona, right? They're very, very interchangeable. They're very, very close to each other. The Rock said it perfect. Yeah. Austin said it. That's me with the volume turned up to 11. There's so much of their regular personality in their characters. The Undertaker was not that character. The Undertaker was a goofy sideshow character. Let's be real. Like, it's he's the Undertaker at a funeral home and he's a wrestler. Let's be real. Yeah. It's funny. It's funny that gets over, but the fucking dentist, which people really are scared of, fucking Isaac Yanko doesn't fucking make it, right? There's irony there for who they are, but like it's the Undertaker gets in, but not the Gravedigger guy, but not the dentist and not the hockey player. Like different things. So there's not a lot of depth in character. So that makes that divide, again, like I said, super, super wide. Yeah. So now when you see what Mark Callis' political beliefs are, what his, opinions are on anything in the world, you're like, what the fuck? Like, really? Now, personally, I don't give a shit because, like I said, that's the kind of person I am. I don't really particularly care.
I don't give a shit either.
But I do understand why a lot of people do. Because they're jaded. You have it because everybody in their own mind having a character that's so limited and so shallow and really just literally a fucking job title. Like that character, then everybody who loves the Undertaker sees themselves in that character. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's the whole point of the show.
On America, the national airwaves, somebody has minimized the Undertaker's career. That's a fucking job title. Like, there are gonna be people. We're gonna get hate mail for that shit.
I'm sure we are. I don't fucking care. I fucking stand on business right here. I stand on the fact that the Undertaker gimmick, when you break it down to the basic of it, is a nothing gimmick. It's another fucking job guy. It's fucking, the hog farmer. It's the fucking dentist. It's the fucking goon. Okay. It's the hockey player. Yeah, it's all these things. Remember the maestro? The fucking, the fucking, like, come on.
Max Moon. What about Max Moon? I remember.
Don't fucking Max Moon. Fuck you, Max Moon was the shit, dude. No, but I mean, like there's everyday like job characters, which is really funny. TL Hopper.
That was the dirty white boy, and you motherfuckers have no idea how cool he was back in the day.
Well, it takes one to know one, I guess. Anyway,
he completely got on his knees for that paycheck, man.
I just killed Javon and anybody else who listened to me say that, so you're welcome. But no, like so you really you start to have to put yourself into a character like that. This is where I'm going. So when people put themselves into that character and they build that character up in their own mind of what it would be to them, it makes a lot of sense why he's so over. But the problem is when the real person, Mark Callis, comes out and the Undertaker is basically retired. So the real person comes out, you're like, that's not me. That's not how I think. That's not anything I would say. That's not how I would act. That's not how I would vote. All that type of shit gets in the way. And it fucks with people. So I do understand that. But at the same time, it's the Benoit argument. Separate the art from the artist, the performance from the performer.
We cannot go one episode
without talking about Ben. Well, I saw
Just one.
something. I saw something disturbing. So Our Lady Peace finally played.
I saw something disturbing. I like it.
Yeah.
This is
So
gonna be
Our Lady
great.
Peace for the first time in almost 20 years now played that song at a concert. And it gave it like kind of the thing about it, how like, there's a lot of negative connotation, but they want to take it back. They want, I think it's time to take it back and kind of separate that. And I saw somebody comment on it, some shitbag wrestling fan, because that's what most of them are. Like, and it was like, he has another son, and for his sake, we need to honor his legacy. I'm like, wait. So the kid that he killed, we just say fuck whatever because he's got some goofy looking other son from another marriage. Like,
well, that's why wrestling fans should not be allowed to be on the internet.
They shouldn't be on the internet. They shouldn't. Most of them shouldn't fucking reproduce either. Just absolute fucking dog shit views. And it's basically like pro, like it's time, guys. We got to take Chris Benoit back. Like, why? The dude killed his wife. The guy killed his kid.
Yeah.
He killed a fucking small child. Like, fuck that guy. I don't care. And honestly, I'll stand on this too. His career, kind of mid. Oh, everybody's shocked from the fucking no-neck midget coming out here fucking concussing himself every other fucking week. Like, I don't care. I went back and watched his matches. I'll fuck Benoit. I don't give a shit. I think you know why he's so loved? Because he's the worker's worker. Because the boys love the way he worked. That's why. He's not a fucking fan favorite without that. I'm gonna fucking state that clear as day. He's a fan favorite, and he's so beloved because he's your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler. That's who he was. But honestly, to me, I go back and I watch a lot of the shit. I watch a lot of this WCW shit. I watch this fucking all the way up through his title run, and I'm like, take or leave. Like, I'm not really fucking sold on this. There's nothing about the guy that really told me he's a fucking superstar. And that's the truth.
I feel the same way about Kurt Hennig and Rick Rude. I feel like those two guys in any other federation may be guys, but the reason why they never went anywhere in the WWE is because there was literally nowhere for them to go.
Well, I think a difference there though is this with those two, especially. What time were they in the fucking booming in the WWF? Everybody was fucking going to be the mid card unless you're feuding with Hogan. So all those guys worked with Hogan, and that was your job. That's what I'm saying. You got cycled through until another person came up, and then they cycled through them again. So I felt like Hennig was the guy that they put all those guys in with. Hennig was the guy that could have a match. Hennig could have a match with fucking anybody and make anyone look good, and everyone look good.
Worker. I was just never.
He made Hogan look good.
Well, dude,
and that takes a lot. That takes a lot. He made the Big Show look good. That takes a lot. I mean, I'm speaking my truth. 2025. That's the fucking. That I didn't
hate him, dude. I'm not saying I enjoy him.
And I get it. I feel like, and especially with Rick Rude, is really sad because I think if he wouldn't have had that fucking match with Sting and destroyed his back in Japan, his run in WCW would have been one of the best heel champion runs in that company's history. I think but we never got it because injury took him away. What do we got on the fucking phone?
What do we got on the fucking phone? That's what I'm fucking starting with.
There it is. And I actually watched Our Lady Peace play this before Benoit killed his kids and his wife. So when they were still happy to put it on the set, and it was really, really good.
Just the way you said it. Unlike you took a drink of pop or whatever, you just like And I heard this really before being watching.
Oh, fucking hair.
I'm just I can't speak more on Benoit because I'm just flabbergasted. My guesses have been
You're
flabbered.
so upset that I said he was mid. I know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get voted off the island tonight. I know. I can feel it
He's
already.
I'm
He's
being
gabber flaccid.
innocent.
That's how fucked up he is. He's gabber flaccid. It's not the
Yeah,
other way
dude.
around.
Fucking horrible. We're starting tonight's Shooting Shit phone. Of course, everything you see here can be seen on our TikTok page at Shooting Shit
Well,
on
you kind of catch me
TikTok.
off guard when he said he was mid.
I drank a beer.
Mid.
I drank another beer. 3 beers. 4 beers.
Oh no.
5 beers.
Oh
6 beers. 7 beers.
Damn
8
you to hell,
beers.
Dennis. I'm watching the
9
game and
beers.
you said it right before the
And a Bloody
score
Mary.
happened.
No, not drunk yet. I'm just getting started. What? I drank a beer.
Good old Stone Cold Steve Austin, man.
You know what's so funny is I was watching the Mr. McMahon documentary last week, and I'm convinced that Donald Trump has been imitating Vince McMahon his entire career.
I'm not going there. Next up on the Shooting Shit
We're all
phone.
sleeping
I'm
together.
just saying, dude, we got a mid-card professional
Next up
wrestler in
on
the
the
White
Shooting
House.
Shit phone.
They're all fucking each other.
The WLC too.
Straight out of Walmart.
Let's go one more wrestling one before we get into another round of Philliness.
This should be the last one for a while because this is the parade
doing
stuff. I
today?
was easy on it.
Show me.
Show me.
Real talk, that is a beast of a man.
So you don't stab your arm.
Dude, yeah. He's not, dude, I think you're going to see a lot more out of him this year, too.
You can't see less.
They're trying it. They're trying.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Oh my god, that looked easy.
The bats.
I like the way that she at least sold it for him.
Next time.
Oh, dude, she didn't sell that shit, dude. She was fucking him 30 seconds after they hit stop.
Loyalty.
That's loyalty, yeah.
Scarlett, she's a good girl. Come on, man.
It's how you
Loves her
sell.
mama. Loves Jesus in America too.
I bet she didn't vote. All right, Philly.
Howie taking one hard to the forehead, bro.
The dome, dude. Once again, because it's
Just
only 8
one
seconds.
back and to the left. Bam! There you go.
Whammy.
Yeah, he fucking ate that shit for real.
I bleed for this city.
Fuck
Go
yeah.
Eagles! Our players, our staff have done an unbelievable job. We are 2-time world champs, and we're coming back strong. Go Birds!
He fucking ate that can, and it's just a fucking curved fucking slice out of his forehead. And, you know, god damn. What a parade. What a time.
They're gonna sign that dude that threw that
Even the
can.
coaches are tough in Philly, man.
I didn't even send all the fucking parade video. I mean, there was some really good parade moments.
Sean was asking about the cops in Philly.
Yeah, they were there.
they were there. Fucking hot dogs. I got so. Oh!
Little
That picked up
brotherly
at least
shove
2
on Broad
yards.
Street. Love that.
Yeah,
Actually, what's fun? There's a bunch of videos
They
of
look
Philly
like-
cops.
They look
Like
very comfortable doing that.
a lot of Philly
Jesus.
cops, like, you know, giving confetti to fans that were asking for it, running things back and forth between players on the bus, whether it's drinks or autographs and things like that.
Autographs.
Or Zach Vaughn just comes out and signs somebody's baby.
Nice, dude. Of course, that's not your baby.
Yeah, I'll fucking sign the baby. I would. And
That's
then I saw
awesome,
that. I'm
dude.
like, great. I had one of those little fucking round head helmets. So he
Yeah,
signed the
dude.
helmet. It's perfect. It's fucking perfect.
That's awesome, dude.
The only time you want your baby wearing a helmet is when someone
There-
can sign it.
Right.
There was other great moments. There was like
Talk about, man.
Saquon noticed one of the ball boys was in the crowd. Wasn't
We played
on
that
the
last
buses.
Yeah.
Did we play it last week? I
Yeah,
probably
I got it
did.
right.
I must have
Yeah.
sent it. There was that. There's Saquon with a bunch of babies. There's my guy puking doing the Eagles chant, which was still fantastic. Love that.
Damn it.
Oh
I'm
man,
just
I
not
was trying to
offended.
find that one I Say You, Joe, where the guy's doing the rehashed Billy Joel song.
Oh yeah.
That shit was funny.
Everybody got
y'all.
introduced.
We're from Philly, fucking Philly. No one likes us and we don't care. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagle! Let's go!
Is that like you guys' fight song, dude?
That's part of the song that Kelsey sang at the last parade. So that's why he sang it. And of course, he was the last to speak, BG, which was awesome. Had both trophies there. Everybody coming up doing their thing. They introduced the Exciting Whites officially, which was hilarious.
I saw that.
And then the boys getting a fucking sing along, a Meek Mill sing along for however many hundreds of thousands of people were there. What else? Jordan Mailata singing, getting himself a sing along was great. Like all the players falling over drunk into cops. I can't remember who it was. Fucking, I think Nolan Smith was the one who wore the Chris Long fur jacket from 2018.
Nice.
So that was pretty nice. But yeah, I am also gonna get me the Love Hurts sweatshirt too. That was pretty fucking sick. Loved it.
Dude,
Everybody had a great time.
The ad campaign that they got coming out for that kid and the gear that they're dropping is taut.
Yeah, they're
It's
going all in.
sick.
But it also, I saved the videos of these people are these absolutely delusional fucking football fans. Our team's right there with the Eagles. Our team's this close. Oh, of course, Jalen Hurts wins a Super Bowl when he has a All Pro team. Like, dude, that's usually the team that wins the Super Bowl has a fucking All Pro team. Dude, but it's just not. It's not acceptable this year because the Eagles won and it's Jalen Hurts. So Jalen Hurts, he can't win a Super Bowl on his own. Well, I don't know any quarterback that could win a Super Bowl on his own. Last time I checked, you ever see the fucking Patriots teams that played? They typically had the best offensive line in football that year. Tom Brady had every fucking weapon he's ever asked for, and they've always had one of the top, pretty much a top 10 defense. So yeah. When your offense can put up as many points as they want.
Tom Brady was the 138th pick in the fucking draft. They didn't pay him shit.
Yeah.
So it was easy to put people around him until they started winning.
How about we talk about your precious fucking Chiefs and their fucking superstar all-pro squads? How about we talk about fucking any team in the past fucking 30 years that's won a Super Bowl? How about we go back to previous 30 years with the Dallas Cowboys? How about we talk about their all-pro fucking teams? Everybody wants Dallas is like, oh, look at all our fucking Super Bowl wins compared to Philly. Well, yeah, dude, because your last teams that did it were fucking super teams. Anybody remember that? Like,
yeah,
come
true.
on.
Like people forget about that. Between the 91, 92, and the 94 Super Bowl champ years that the Cowboys won, in 93, they lost to a team that was in San Francisco that was basically a one-and-done team. They built that team to win that year.
Yeah.
And then immediately dismantled it.
And how about prior to that? How about the Super Bowl run with Montana through the 80s and their fucking super teams? Like, dude, every team has a right to be like, oh, they had an all-pro team that year. They were stacked top to bottom. It was like the fucking Avengers. Yeah. Like, yeah, that's the team that ends up winning the Super Bowl.
It's not like Philly went out and pulled a LeBron and just started getting people to come play there.
By By the way, that number one defense was primarily built through the fucking draft. If anybody wants to remember,
yeah, fuck
we're
yeah,
not talking.
dude.
They're not going out there signing super unless we do get Myles Garrett, which I would be super thrilled about this year. But either way,
He's coming to Detroit.
Okay,
Chicago.
sure.
Yeah, he's coming to Detroit.
Okay, guys.
2 1s, 2 5s, and a random player. Yeah, he's coming to Detroit.
Well, either way, they built their fucking number one defense primarily with players that they had. They kept some skill
Nobody
positions.
wants to go to Chicago.
Yeah, that's true.
Chicago.
But yeah, everybody complaining about that about Jalen Hurts is driving me up a fucking wall. And then every other team, like your Dak Prescott, going, "We're right there. Look at the record. You
He has
delusional
to say
motherfucker."
that. That's the company line.
I love that. That's what he has to say because it just makes him look way more like a fucking clown. Like, and that's just the truth.
Can we not hold that against him? That's the company line. He has to say that. He's getting paid.
Well, dude, at some point we got to start holding it against him. He's the one with the ball in his hand.
Well, I'm not saying he's a great quarterback. I'm just saying he has to say it. I'm not going to take shit.
He's not a
from
great
the way
quarterback, and he's not a great spokesperson either. That's my point. He doesn't do anything well, yet he's getting paid.
He's the quarterback of fucking the Dallas Cowboys. It's going to be whether you like it or not, whether they're good or not. It is.
Here's a great example. Aaron Rodgers. That's one player. You're going to say Aaron Rodgers has all his stats. You can't deny his stats. You can't deny his dominance for years as a premier quarterback. But he's won one Super Bowl in his career.
I agree.
Right? And
yeah.
So that's the definition of an all-pro top fucking 3 quarterback at times, number 1 in the league, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Who can't win a fucking Super Bowl on his own because he didn't have a fucking stacked team around him. Gee, wonder
Peyton
why.
Manning.
What the fuck? Peyton Manning. Yep, another one. Look at his fucking
Denver
John
team. John Elway did
team
not win
insane.
until the last 2. Yeah, the John Elway's last 2 his only championships for the last 2 years of his career. He played an entire career at futility until they finally started putting players around him to help him win.
How about Dan Marino?
Never won.
Exactly.
Never won
because he didn't have a fucking stacked all-pro team all the time.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
But I like the Peyton discussion because
fuck Jalen Hurts though, because Jalen Hurts can't. He needed those guys. No shit. He's not throwing the ball to himself. Like what the fuck?
Dude, it's a stupid argument to make. Now I could see making that argument back in like the fucking early '90s when big market teams could get and sign any player they wanted because they had the money to do that. But that's not the league we're watching right now. These guys are bigger, faster, stronger than they've ever been. You can't compare. It's not the same league. It's just not.
Well, how about this? How about this argument, which is hilarious? People going, "Oh, fucking Jaden Daniels is a better quarterback at this point." Really? So he didn't get to the Super Bowl because he didn't have a fucking all-pro team either. He had a team that outplayed what they were on paper. That's 100% true. Nobody expected them really to go to the NFC Championship and have the year and the fucking streak that they did. So congrats to them. But he was a rookie. Nobody saw him before. Everybody's going to see him by next year. And unless they build that team closer to what the fucking Eagles is, they're not going to sniff a fucking Super Bowl. That's just the truth. You need to stack that team up a little bit better. And then everybody can say, oh, look at Jaden Daniels. He's so great. But not recall that, they had to build an all-pro team around him for them to get to the fucking Super Bowl and win. But, with Jalen Hurts, it doesn't matter, right?
Anybody who watches as much football as we watch nowadays thinks they know what they're fucking talking about. And let's be real. Rookie quarterbacks and it's the same thing. Anytime you bring up like a rookie pitcher in baseball, first half of the season, he's almost unhittable if his shit's good. But by the time you see that guy a second or third time, you're figuring out how to hit him. And that's why you see a lot of rookies start out, boom, they're unhittable. They can't be touched. And then something happens where something gets figured out. And, they're playing double A ball in Peoria now because all they had was a curve that couldn't be hit. And football's the same way. And that's what's going to happen with Jaden Daniels. This kid had a couple of very athletic games. They started sending the entire house after him because he was a rookie, and they thought, we'll rattle him. Go ahead, Joe.
Can I get in real quick?
Yeah, man.
Jaden Daniels was not the best rookie quarterback this season.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think that honor goes to Bo Nix,
I
who,
agree.
since he was not on a sexy team that made it deep into the playoffs and didn't have quite the year that the Commanders did, and I think Bo Nix is more set up for the future. And I
I
think
agree.
Bo Nix's playing style is conducive to actually having a good career versus what you see from Jaden Daniels, where a lot of it is his legs, a lot of it is beating the coverage that's coming at him in the blitzes. If you watch it, Jaden Daniels is not, and then to say he's better than Hurts is fucking ridiculous, dude.
That's a fucking insult. That's a fucking insult to Hurts, man.
I'm insulted for
Oh
Hurts, and
man.
I don't even like the Eagles, and I can tell you that's freaking
Well,
stupid. I'm a Cowboy fan. I'm a Lions fan now. I hate all things Philly and Washington, but I cannot say that Jane Daniels is a better quarterback than Hurts because it's just not true. Right now, you want someone to win you a game, I'm taking fucking Jalen Hurts. Like it or
well,
not,
and
the kid
even
has results.
well, that definitely. But then just go look at and like say, I'm not. Caleb Williams was not rookie of the year, but if you look at his stats compared to Jaden Daniels, go look at the
Yeah.
numbers. He's on par with the numbers of Jaden Daniels. So, and I don't think Jaden Daniels should have. I agree with you on everything you just said. I think that might be the smartest thing I've ever heard you say.
Oh, thanks. It's
I
just
mean,
my
people were
favorite
calling
sport.
this kid. People were fucking yelling for him to be the fucking MVP before the end of the
Well,
season,
So,
dude,
and
he's
I'm
the hot
like,
new thing. You know,
well, then
it's so
again, it's
fucking
still the same
Twitter
people.
driven now.
It's still the same people who though are still cheering on. Oh, Lamar should have been MVP. Josh Allen is the MVP because he's so great. Well, he can't fucking get over the hurdle and can't win the big one. And Lamar's dog shit in the playoffs. So
Saquon should have been MVP this year.
honestly, out of who we had nominated for MVP, yeah, 100%. And that's not even because he plays for the Eagles. He had the best season, and he was technically the most valuable player to his
To the
team.
team.
Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
said it last week, he might not have had the best Super Bowl,
But he
but
got the pick.
every fucking game that led to that Super Bowl through the playoffs and the NFC Championship showed why they got there. That was a
Mhm.
big fucking reason.
I'll tell you this, he might not have had the best as far as like running his average carry or whatever, but go look at the fucking blocks that son of a bitch. He had the best game he's had as a blocking running back that I've ever seen him have because he
Oh,
would not let nobody got through, bro. He was dropping wood on everybody.
look, the Chiefs were going to get through at some point, and they did eventually. But yeah, that
Too
was
late.
one fucking hell of a blocking game from Saquon. He did the job he needed to do in that game, and they won the fucking Super Bowl handily.
All right, I'm gonna spam off of Eagles so we can finish these up at a good
Yes.
time tonight.
It was all lies.
Fuck.
We owe Richie Incognito an apology. 12 years ago, he was suspended from the second half of the 2013 season and all of 2014 season for bullying his teammate, Jonathan Martin. An investigation was done and said that he was to have been found of conduct detrimental to the team. Jonathan Martin just did a string of interviews with ESPN where this subject was brought up, and he said it was all a lie. His mommy was the one who put out reports saying he was getting bullied. He fell on, he said, oh, I was in a bad place mentally. So he decided to destroy the careers of all these other people because he didn't want to play football anymore. So his mommy put out these reports. ESPN and the media ran with it. Richie Incognito went to Twitter on a barrage of tweets just saying couldn't cut at the NFL. So his mom blamed him. Legacy media pushed the narrative, blah, blah, blah. So 12 years later, this comes out. The damage is already done. Millions of dollars lost, jobs lost, all because some didn't want to play football anymore. So he decided to blame someone else. Him and his mommy. Bring back bullying.
Yeah, that guy, absolute piece of shit. Seriously,
Yeah.
fucking You know, look.
Okay, so is this legit? Is that real?
That's real.
That's 100% real. That broke the other day. This kid, Davis, did a fucking
because
interview.
you understand why I ask. I don't believe most of the shit I see. So
no, I know that's real. So Davis really did an interview, and it came out, and he was so, and the way it was taken, the context it was taken, he was so nonchalant of just like, yeah, it was a lie. It was made up. It didn't really happen that way. And basically, he was gonna wash out. He wasn't very fucking good. He wasn't the fucking star that everybody thought he was gonna be. He was depressed about it. Look, mental health is no joke, and I get that.
Yep.
But when you fucking ruin careers, because what people forget, Incognito wasn't the only person affected by that.
It was the team, the coaches.
There was coaches that were fired and never coached in the NFL again.
Yep.
That ended their fucking careers where they were at the top level, and they'll never get there again because they lied. And even worse,
sue this son of a bitch, and he ain't got shit.
Even worse is what Incognito said about the independent attorney who did the investigation. Todd Wells, I think is his name.
I think so.
And basically confirmed an entire fictitious story that this kid now comes out and says, yeah, that was all a lie. It was made up by my mom. Because they wanted that fucking NFL money, even though your son's not good enough to stay in the NFL. That's what it was about. So they didn't care whose career they ruined. And look, Incognito, kind of a dick anyway. Some of the shit that came out about him was like, yeah, you know, he's typical fucking meathead jock that you would think of in a fucking movie. That was Richie Incognito, right? Okay. But there's a lot of fucking guys in the NFL like that. Doesn't mean that they get their fucking career ruined.
Well, yeah, I mean,
by you know,
maybe a dick, but over a lie. You know what I'm saying? Like
over a fucking lie.
If it was true, then that's just something different. But if it was a fucking lie,
and he didn't apologize.
Nope.
There's the best part. There's no apology. It was just, yeah, I'll admit that it's a lie, but I was in a bad headspace at the time. So you're justifying, so you're using your mental health to justify ruining people's fucking lives.
Yep.
Like, nah, there's still an accountability. I understand.
That's what we do now, Joe.
I understand mental health is a big concern because, as you know, the past month or so, I've been going through a lot of things, but it's still not a justification for accountability. Like, you still have accountability.
Yeah,
and
it's still you.
And a decade later, more than a decade later, you should man up and apologize and say, yeah, for my part in this, absolutely, I apologize. It was wrong. It shouldn't happen this way, you know, and go from there. But
instead of manning up, he kind of bitched up right there.
Yeah, exactly. And that's fucking garbage.
Well, all right. I agree.
Wow. That kind of, yeah, okay. I did not know that.
You didn't think that was real, Sean? I guarantee this one is real.
Well, I was having the best day of my life, ripping around Daytona like a bald eagle. I was flat out, you know, avoided a wreck, which was awesome. I thought I was the best driver to ever exist in that moment. And it's probably because my sleeves were cut off that I was able to pull off that maneuver, come down pit road. Then someone slammed into my rear left quarter, spun me out, lived through that, got some fresh tires, went back out of there. I'm hot dogging into 1 and 2, and the car lost it in front of me. And I saw it, didn't have enough brakes to get slowed down before it, and tried to go around it, misread it, zigged instead of zagged when I should have zagged, and I zigged. And bam, blew the front end right off my hot rod.
Bam!
Well, I was having the best day.
I just want to be clear.
Dude, that is the most Ricky Bobby fucking interview. I don't know what to do with my hands.
If he moves his way up the ranks and gets to the fucking whatever top tier of NASCAR is right now, I'll watch NASCAR. I'm telling you right now, like, I'll go back to it again, and I will go back to like the old Earnhardt days, because I haven't really watched anything since like the early 2000s. I will go back and be a NASCAR fan again, because that motherfucker is hilarious, and I will fucking. That's my new favorite driver right there. I think
he's rocking a mullet.
And just so you fucking yokels that are listening to this that are like, oh, he's making fun of NASCAR. He doesn't understand. Yeah, all left turns. I do understand. I used to watch fucking racing back in the day. All right. He's in the ARCA series right now. So like he's still down a little bit. He's not top tier, but popularity wise, fucking top shelf.
There you go, buddy. No, that's good.
Okay, hold on, Joe. I didn't have this planned out, but I can go right to it in less than 2 seconds.
I started drinking at 6 a.m. We're here now. I don't know what time it is, but I'm and those cars are going real fast and real left, son. They're going fast and left.
I want you to understand too that dude probably got his dick sucked that day too. Just saying. Some fucking hot redneck sweat pig out there was like, you know what? I'll give him a shot and just took one for the team.
Oh no, dude!
That dude,
I'm telling
dude.
you, no.
You can tell.
Guys,
you can tell.
That. See,
He's
I'm
a
gonna,
giver.
I'm going to explain this to you because I'm Indiana adjacent. I grew real up close, so you can tell by the Oakley wraparound full face shield sunglasses that are gently pushed above his dome. That shows that he'll spend more on his eyewear than he will anything else that's below his neck. The sleeveless T-shirt that's faded, which means this thing gets taken care of. That gets hung up on hangers, brother. It ain't folded up and put in a drawer. That's his go-to. Whenever he's out drinking with the boys, that's the one that hugs his chest just right to make him feel like he's still buff. And then you go down to the beer that he is holding. That guy right there pulled up with the hottest bitch in the state. I guarantee you. That's Miami Vice right there.
Yeah, pulled her straight out the swamp like fucking old Greg.
That's Suits, baby. That's LA Knight right there.
Well, guess what, my fuzzy little man,
Right
Peach.
there, brother.
I'll go back to watching fucking NASCAR if Cletus makes it.
Oh no.
That guy there could be his Flavor Flav, his redneck Flavor Flav.
The techs have done a really good job of making sure the banks are drafted down to the right specs, and there shouldn't be any problems.
Yeah, we like to crack it. We got to grab the banks and specs. It's like an oval, so we're going to drive straight, and then we're going to be turned into the lamp.
They're saying hot weather tomorrow. Any concerns about restrictor plate or brake fade problems? Of course, anytime you're dealing with high humidity and temperatures, you need to compensate your brake fluid. But the plates themselves...
Compensate your brake fluid and get your brake working so you can stop sometimes.
Hey, excuse me, who is this kid? Is he even a driver?
Ew, bring it on, Earnhardt. You scared of the competition? I'm just as poor and stupid as you. I'm going to drive, and I'm going to go fast, and I'm going to turn to the left sometimes.
Can we just get back to the subject of racing, please?
Hell, bring it on, Danica. You dumb bitch. Think I can't steer left better than you?
Fine.
Now every fucking other asshole is gonna go, oh, that fat piece of shit. It's not all left turns. What about like Pocono? He's in Pennsylvania, that dumb fuck. Yeah, I know. There is Pocono. There's a couple road races a year. Congratulations. The guys actually get to see if their cars can turn to the right or if they're fucking smart enough to do so. Yay. You either hit the go-y pedal or you hit the stoppy pedal, and you just keep on trucking, okay?
Okay, I'm gonna explain this to my Midwest folk because the East Coast guy is trying to explain to you that NASCAR is checkers compared to Grand Prix or Formula One racing, which would be considered chess.
And last but certainly not least, then they're going to go, I bet that fucker never been to a race. Actually, I've probably been to more races than any of you motherfuckers because consistently year over year, I was at the Monster Mile, fucking in Dover, over and over, watching fucking cars wreck, watching cars go around in a circle. The Monster Mile, it keeps going fucking left for hours on end, just so I can go fucking stand in front of a fucking oh my god, the fucking nothing like going to the only other place comparable to this is when I had to go take a leak at WrestleMania. Going to take a leak at Dover about 3/4 of the way through a fucking NASCAR race. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
it is
man.
fucking brutal. It is fucking
Dude,
just
everybody's in
hot
there booting
shit
and
and
rallying.
fucking. I'd rather just piss my own pants than fucking go down there. But I've been
3/4 way
many
through the race. That's boot and rally time, man. They've been there 6, 7, 8 hours already.
Yeah, it is. I've been on the infield. I've been in the bleachers. I've been around right off of turn 4. That's primarily where I've been in, right off of turn 4. But I've been to a ton of races. I know what it's about. I know it's super fucking loud. It's just like, it's cool. It's fun. Yay. Everybody's turning, and somebody won. That's it. But Cletus is the fucking man. I love that kid. He's hilarious.
Oh, Jesus. Well, gentlemen,
lost 3 more listeners now.
Because I had a bad day. Oh,
I have a very strong feeling that our Indiana listeners are all in on Cletus. But,
I bet they are.
Hell, some of them might even know him. We don't know.
Right.
Some of them might be related to him.
Yeah. Some of them might have rode there with Jerry.
Final thoughts, anybody? Jesus Christ. Let's end it on a high. Who's got something for us?
Oh, man, I'm excited about pro wrestling again. It's been a while. So I've been having some fun with that, catching up. NXT, if you guys aren't watching it, you need to be watching it. TNA is the same. I still can't tell you what's going on with AEW. If I could fix it for you kids, I would. I promise.
I could tell you something that's going on in AEW.
What's that, brother? Go for it.
Well, I don't know. I don't get it. They're celebrating the Australia thing. Like, that looks like a fucking Dynamite taping in 2020, early 2020, end of 2019. Like, huge sellout, packed crowd, like a sold out crowd. And we're celebrating that like it's like a fucking major win. Like, dude, that's the biggest crowd you've had in a while. And it's what you used to do for a TV taping on a Wednesday.
With subpar equipment, the ring was too small and it was faulty.
And the Australians thought that they were getting a PLE or pay-per-view, and they ended up just getting a Dynamite.
Yeah, pretty much. But you know what? Their pay-per-views are just basically Dynamite anyway.
They have been for a while.
Yeah, because it's the same shit on Dynamite. It's like they build these matches up, but they have these guys wrestle each other 2 or 3 times, and then they get to the pay-per-view and like, what are you going to do now? The same shit I've seen for 5 weeks.
I remember the first pay-per-view that was like a Dynamite. The world's biggest fucking Orange Cassidy cosplay guy was sitting behind the desk.
Yeah, wearing Orange Cassidy's glasses, jacket,
that was
shirt.
The beginning of the downfall of AEW, was that guy showing up.
I wonder what would have happened if he wore a Shootin Shit shirt. Not like we don't have them out there for people.
We probably would have got hit with that fucking 2032 meteor that's heading towards Earth. Would have sped up the timeline a little bit. There we go.
There we go.
No, fucking like that like show. I was just like, I didn't even really watch it. I just saw clips of it here and there, and I was like, this is fucking garbage. This is garbage. This is garbage, and it's just a sellout Dynamite crowd. Big fucking deal. Wow, you went to Australia, and of course, out of the normal markets, you're always going to have a sellout. You're always going to have more fans than the fucking 87 people at the fucking Moose Lodge there are for a regular Wednesday night show. Okay, like that's oh, we can use the regular entranceway and not the fucking 3-footer. Yeah, like, come on, it's fucking jumped the shark so much.
It's gone.
It's gone. It's gone. It's not coming back. I feel bad for a lot of the performers. Happy for the ones that are already jumping ship and signing deals elsewhere. Good for them.
Right.
When
Black back in WWE, I'm still in Miro too, man. I hope.
I'm waiting on Alistair.
When the shit hits the fan, there's going to be a lot of people wishing they would jump ship and either went back to WWE, went to WWE the first time, tried to, kicking themselves. Man, I should have taken that deal. Should have. Looking at you, MJF. Should have taken that fucking deal before re-signing with AEW.
We can get into that next episode because
I'm starting to think MJF's the Kevin Nash of this generation.
I sure love that you said that after I was like, hey, I would like to wait for the next episode so we could really dive into that. Son of a
I'll save it.
bitch.
I'll save
You
it.
already said it. It's not saved.
He's such a motherfucker.
Dennis, hit the outro. I'm done. Hey, Sean, would you like
The
to spoil
shitty
next
part
week's
is,
episode?
I honestly didn't realize we were still recording. So fuck you.
How did you not realize we were still recording? This isn't the episode where we went for 30 minutes without pushing go.
Dude, I can't be responsible knowing what you and Tweedledee are doing all the time. You guys just start hitting buttons.
Well, because you're the only one of us that goes, we're doing a show tonight, and then just fucking shows up. Giovanni and I are putting in all the fucking man hours back here. Might as
What's
well
this
have
Giovanni shit, dude? What are you talking about?
Where do you think we get most of the
Where do you
fucking
think all those
TikTok
videos came
content?
from?
Not like
You mean when you're sitting at
99% of the
home
videos
looking
we
at
watch are from
TikToks
me.
anyway? You're putting in so much fucking work, Joe, that you act like you're fucking shoveling dirt and shit. You're watching TikTok anyway, saving that shit.
I have to curate a specific list. This is actual work.
Yeah. He does put a good game along.
Fuck off, Dennis. Guys, I got the audio up again. Hold on, I'll send it to you. You fucking goon.
Legends of the Ring Sting, man. This is a great figure, old school figure. Looks great. It's Sting! Old school Sting from WCW. Guys, you know us, 3/4 of the Shootin Shit team, and we're here with a listener just like you guys. This is Jimmy from Super Powers Comics.
My friend of almost 20 years. He's known him since you were 12.
If you know people in Chicago, you probably know Dennis because he knows half the town, of course. But shooters, if you need action figures, comics, wrestling memorabilia, we just showed you Sting. Superpowers Comics will put up their QR code so you can get a good look at everything they have coming. Give it a shot, shooters. Get your superpowers on and get your comics from our friend Jimmy, who listens just like you.
Attention wrestling fans and fans of Shootin Shit podcasts. You can now be one of the cool kids by going to ProWrestlingTees.com and buy the official Shootin Shit t-shirt. Buy it now and be there at ringside.
Be sure to check us out on YouTube at www.youtube.com/@SHOOTINGSHT. Find us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/groups/SHOOTINSHT. Check us out on TikTok at SHOOTINSHIT. And you can buy your official Shootin Shit shirt at www.ProWrestlingTees.com/SHOOTINSHT. And thanks for watching.